Where am I? What is this?
Hey, Savior! What's going on?
You again?
Right. Can you hear me? Are you alright? Where are you?
What's the problem? Equipment trouble?
I don't know. I'm getting crazy readings. The coordinates make no sense. I can't pinpoint your position.
Hope, are you there?
No. Hope can't hear you or see you. You're invisible. Do you know why? Because we're inside you. Spooky, huh?
You mean inside my mind?
Yeah, it's a safe place that God can't see. You could almost say it's like, oh, I don't know, an unseen realm.
All right, if you say so. But that begs the question, what the hell are you doing in here?
I have a name. It's Lumina, and I know a lot about you. You need my advice, and in here we can talk about anything we want, safe from prying eyes.
Prying eyes? You mean Hope?
Yup, he might not realize it, but everything he learns gets passed straight on to God.
What of it? I don't have any secrets to hide.
Oh, right. You're the loyal servant, aren't you? You wouldn't dream of betraying him. And don't worry, okay? Even if I know otherwise, well, my lips are sealed.
I have no reason to betray him.
Right. That's very convincing. Keep those feelings hidden and play the loyal little servant. You want to be as cold as the steel in your sword. You do that, and then no one can guess what's inside. It's true, God can't see into human hearts. But he can read your face and tone, just like anyone else, and make his own guesses.
Like I said, I don't have anything to hide. He's promised to bring Sarah back. I'm not gonna do anything that might cause him to change his mind. Why should I?
Are you still in there, Lightning? Why are you afraid?
Huh?
Come on, think about it. We're inside your mind, don't you get it? If you can't be true to yourself here, where can you? I know you haven't changed, 'cause you can't.
What the hell are you?
We're just particles of dust brushed from the palm of a god. That's all we ever were. Right, sis?
No, wait! That was Sarah.
Finally! I've got a connection again. Light, what just happened?
I was talking to Lumina.
Lumina? That girl? What does she want? And where is she now?
You didn't hear any of that?
No, my sensors didn't pick up a thing. Are you sure she was there? Maybe it was just a dream.
A dream? Maybe that's what it was.
Right. Teleport complete. In order to infiltrate the Children of Etra's rites, we need to figure out their code, the 4 numbers.
Right, and if we don't figure it out by tonight, another girl will be sacrificed. I don't want that on my conscience.
You have to hurry.
The train will leave shortly.
And thank Almighty God for allowing us to see another dawn.
I swear I'll make you happy. Those were my own words. Did I think I was fun? I couldn't do a damn thing. You died centuries ago, and it still feels like yesterday. Not a day goes by when I don't think of you, and how I could save you. But I failed you. Like a fool, I'm just spinning my wheels while the world dies. Now everything's ending, and no one's gonna survive.
This is an emergency broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Yusnaan branch of the Order of Salvation. Volatile chaos infusions have been detected inside the Yusnaan Palace. All entrances have been sealed by
Sarah, I need to know. When I die, will I get to see you again?
For your safety and security, all
Not that I have any right to. Well, I guess we all come to this world alone, and that's the way we gotta leave it. What are you waiting for, Lightning? You don't have much time left before the world ends. This is your last chance for payback to the man who couldn't keep your sister safe.
So now it's the glittering city. This is how Snow entertains himself these days?
I don't know how entertaining he finds it, but it's certainly his doing. Yusnaan is Snow's town now. The residents call him the patron, and he runs everything here, especially the feasts and banquets. I've heard that he wanted everyone to enjoy whatever brief time they had left. But these days he's holed up in his palace. Who knows what he's thinking?
If I could, I'd go and visit. But I don't think I'm welcome there. Guess I should have pulled my punches.
No, it was the right thing to do at the time. I really thought if you confronted him head-on, he'd open up to you. Of course, it's been centuries. People are bound to change.
Have the years changed him? Maybe. The Snow I remember was an optimist, almost laughably so. He believed in everyone, and so everyone believed in him. That's why, in the end, I could accept Sarah wanting to marry him. But while I slept away the years in Crystal, he had to live every day, facing the world's coming end. Centuries, watching all hope crumble, lifetimes passing without a hint of escape. No man can stare into the darkness for so long and survive with his soul intact.
It looks like the palace is completely locked down, but I think I found a way you could sneak in. The Augur's Quarter is our best bet. Supplies for the Grand Feast are delivered each and every day, anywhere from early afternoon to late at night. There should be plenty of things for you to hide amongst and make your way inside.
I've come to see the patron's palace from up close. Just looking at it would make me feel richer myself. It's the most extravagant building in the world.
The palace is in the Augur's Quarter, right? I don't think tourists are allowed. I've heard that there are some parts of Yusnaan that only the rich can get into. Not people like us, unfortunately.
It's a palace. They ought to at least let us go look at it for free, right? It'll be all right. Come on, let's go.
All right, let's go to the Augur's Quarter.
The Augur's Quarter is the...
Chocoboko! So what do these lazy, wonderful people have for you today?
locals say it's possible to sneak in. Apparently there's some sort of back door. I definitely think it's worth looking into. It seems crashing that party put you on the city's radar. The guards are looking for you. Sneaking into the palace again is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go unnoticed this time. So, maybe I could use my notoriety to my advantage.
You mean you could purposefully draw attention and throw the palace security into confusion? It might just work, so give it a try.
They say that some girl calling herself the Savior is wanted for questioning. She busted her way into the palace.
Welcome to the only shop you'll ever need. Thanks for dropping in.
So, I was wondering...
Tears fall into the chaos. Savior's got a job. Okay, gotta hang it. Final words?
Hey, you there!
You mean me?
I know your face. You're the one I've seen on the posters.
Oh no, you've seen through my elaborate disguise. Yes, I'm the Savior, here to steal the soul from your precious patron. What are you waiting for? Arrest me and you'll probably get a raise.
Shut up! I don't need you to tell me how to do my job, you damn criminal!
Got this.
Looks like provocation will work. Keep it.
I won't go easy on you. Now. It's your funeral.
This is a broadcast.
Well, there are quite a lot of guards. If you let them chase you around, you might get cornered. Take the offensive and try to throw them into confusion.
They say it's hard enough to find the back route.
You managed to learn about the back route into the Augur's Quarter.
Hey, I got fireworks from that chocobo lady!
Branch of the Order of Salvation.
You don't want to get
Has been issued for the arrest.
I'll release your soul. I won't go easy on you. Keep up if you can. It's your funeral. Now. Tears fall into the chaos. Do you dream of death? Life burns brighter.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office.
Come in and transform yourself.
Yeah? I'm one of the guides. What is it? You don't know where you are? I can help.
These days, there's only...
That was information.
I just got fireworks from a
The Champion's Quarter. Where blood flows.
What do you think you're playing at, selling that poison? Make me stronger? It almost killed me.
I did warn you that the use of my concoctions is not without risk. In short, you were warned.
Not without risk? You're a crook and a charlatan, you hear me? Huh? I'm done with this place.
A pit of violence and aggression. And lately it's...
Did you really sell poison to that man?
Of course not. It was a fortifying brew with centuries of alchemic theory behind it. I assure you it should be highly efficacious for most users. Sadly, it appeared to disagree with that gentleman's liver, or perhaps spleen.
You're an alchemist, right? Don't you people claim to be able to turn lead into gold or something? I don't think I buy it.
That is an unfortunate stereotype, all too common. Alchemists are natural philosophers dedicated to unlocking the mysteries of our physical and spiritual worlds. The search for ultimate truth is the core of our ancient art. The transmutation of base metals into gold, that is a mere byproduct of our inquiries.
Mysteries of the physical and spiritual worlds? The ultimate truth? Sounds ambitious.
It is. We perform experiments, observe phenomena, and analyze ancient records. Then we carefully record the results for future generations. It is painstaking work. Unfortunately, it is also capital-intensive. The experiments I perform are very expensive.
Right. That explains the snake oil racket you have going on here.
This location certainly has proven beneficial to my research. Bounty hunters congregate in the area, and as you no doubt know, theirs is a dangerous profession. They are desperate for anything that might give them an edge, and that includes untested potions.
Untested? Does that mean you're using those poor dupes as test subjects for your latest concoctions?
They all sign the waivers. Perhaps you'd care to join my project. Or you'd make a fine test subject. I have made a new secret potion that needs testing, but all of my regulars have refused to volunteer. You see, I've tried mixing 2 kinds of highly potent poisons. My theory is 2 wrongs will make a right, and the blend will have a beneficial effect.
All right, I'm game. What do you expect it to do exactly?
It will lift your spirits, invigorate your soul, and protect you from hexes and ailments. If you are the kind of person who participates in slaughterhouse tournaments, then this potion will be perfect.
So I'm supposed to drink it during a battle?
Yes, that would be the perfect time. And afterwards, don't forget to come back and tell me how wonderful it is. Please note that my potions are provided without warranty. Side effects may include dementia, gangrene, sudden death, and hair loss. Good luck.
The slaughterhouse opens.
Guess I'm a little early.
Come in. Rest your weary limbs here in my welcoming embrace.
I love the smell of bloodshed.
Who should I put my money on?
It's Gordon Gourmet. He's visiting the banquet of the Lord.
Welcome! A customer! This is so exciting! What can I get you?
Well, what do you serve?
Anything you want. How about the chef's special made from top-quality recycled materials? Deep-fried niblet hairballs.
Are you sure that's actually edible?
Oh, yes, it definitely won't kill you, I can guarantee it. And since you're my first customer in days, no charge.
Nothing ventured.
That's the spirit. Take the plunge, I say. Well, does it make your taste buds sing? Are you transported to culinary heaven?
This is...
Too tart? Too much salt, perhaps? I can brush it off if you like.
No, it's actually really good.
God, that is a relief. I mean, of course it's good. I knew you'd love it. I've been working on the recipe for weeks. Unfortunately, it's not very nutritious. People are more health conscious these days, which is ironic considering the times.
Nutritious or not, you'd think that more people would come back for this.
I think it must be me. I just don't have a head for business. No matter how hard I work, I just can't seem to attract more customers. I've been living on the brink of financial ruin for years now. My son got sick of it, so he left.
You've got the chops to be a good cook, though. Why don't you try to find yourself a partner? You know, someone you trust who has a better head for business.
Now that you mention it, I hear there's a famous food expert here in Yusnaan. Apparently he specializes in turning around lost causes like mine. I'll bet No, I know he can help me, but how do I find him? All I know is his name.
And what is it?
Gordon Gourmet. Despite his fame, he's hard to track down. If you do happen to run into him, could you tell him about CDs?
Gordon Gourmet. I'll remember it.
You are far too kind. Thank you so much. I hope you find him soon.
I need to eat something. Aha!
This is the Glutton's Quarter, a paradise for gourmands that serve up dishes from every culture. If the world's ending anyway, I suppose you might as well enjoy your last meal.
You can't read me. Fate is what it is.
Morning!
Welcome to the...
Welcome to Yusnaan, everybody. Do enjoy our glittering...
I gotta head off to look there.
Come on! Step right up!
Come on, you can do it! I'm just practicing for tonight's show.
Ah, there you are. Well, well. Did you drink my nectar? How did it work?
It didn't. Nothing happened. Bad or good.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. It appears that by mixing the poisons, rather than creating a new effect, they simply neutralized each other.
Well, it was kind of refreshing, but the effect was pretty subtle. It didn't lift curses or cure wounds.
Refreshing! That would suggest a positive influence on your state of mind, just as I anticipated. I still believe my theory is sound. It is a simple matter of tweaking the ratios of the recipe. I'll make another batch right now.
You want me to test it again?
Of course I do. An alchemist does not give up the search for truth because of one little setback. No, science must plow forward through stormy seas no matter what, and you will join me on this journey of discovery. There, my new and improved concoction. I believe it would be especially effective in curing the effects of poison. Nectar Mark II. Use it in your next battle and then return and tell me how wonderful it is.
Hello. Is it your first?
Good morning.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Yusnaan branch of the Order of Salvation. A warrant has been...
Do you dream of death? Savior's got a job. Go to hell.
This is a broadcast.
This is the Reveler's Quarter, the beautiful fountain in the cactus.
Hello and welcome.
It's a really popular hangout for couples. I'm afraid you're gonna be the only single one here.
And your word.
Yes, you have come at the appointed time. Your destiny awaits, Savior.
And just what makes you so sure that I'm the Savior?
His eye sees the truth. It cannot be denied. We are alchemists who seek the ultimate truth of all things. He has used the alchemic arts on himself. Now he possesses the eye that sees all.
So, what do you want with me?
Listen to his oracle. Your true path as the Savior is known. Now it is time you know it yourself.
An oracle? If you've got something to tell me, I'll listen. But I choose my own path.
Listen, Savior. I say to you that which I have seen. Tomorrow, when the sun hangs highest in the sky, you shall meet us in this place. The encounter is ordained.
Hope, what do you make of these so-called fortune tellers?
They don't speak very clearly or quickly. But I think what they basically said was they want you to come back and see them again at noon tomorrow.
It's not much of an oracle. They're just telling me what to do. Well, I'll decide tomorrow.
Do visit us again. If you want money for your components, look no further.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Yusnaan branch of the Order of Salvation. A warrant has been issued for the arrest.
Stop her!
You want to be saved. The end is close. It's your funeral.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Yusnaan branch of the Order of Salvation.
How good of you to come and visit our...
The only thing I'll be able to see from here is the...
If you don't have an ID, if you really want it, the tour guide trust me, he's not...
I think we've got it now. The gate to the Augur's Quarter is locked, and that's blocking you from the palace. If you don't have the proper ID, it'll be impossible to get through the front.
Thank you for coming.
There are a lot of popular attractions in the Augur's Quarter. People want to see them. It looks like this back route that people without IDs can use to get inside.
Every night, there's a play put on in the Augur's Quarter to honor God, the Song of the Savior. It's very...
Hail there, my stylish lady. You can try to hide it, but...
Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, I don't have an ID to reach the theater.
No worries about that. I can get you a special ticket at a special price.
A ticket, huh?
Oh, you playing innocent? I'm sure you know about the sneaking in special. I help the poor visitors to our fair city, people who don't have the requisite IDs, to see our most famous sight, the show in our illustrious theater. And I'm the only option they've got.
So I buy a ticket and you get me in to see the show, and I've nothing to go on but your word.
My word is good, but I can't offer any guarantees. I mean, who knows if you'll make it back alive? That depends on Lady Luck. So put your trust in Fortuna and your money in my pocket.
Fine. But how about a few more details?
I knew you were up for it. All right, let me explain to you the brilliance of my little tour, shall I? It starts next to the monorail track. You know, the one that carries supplies from the industrial area. Up on that track, you'll find some of the best views in the city. If you know where to look, that is. I can take you up on the track from the industrial area and get you set up all nice and comfy. A perch with a view. You'll be able to see the Augur's Quarter and the theater.
Sounds easy enough. So where does Lady Luck come into it?
Well, the tour's not without danger. The chaos infusions have been hitting the industrial area real hard these days. You might have to fight more than just desperate tourists on your way to the best seats. I don't guarantee your safe arrival or return. All I guarantee is I'm the only way in. Not that it looks like you have plans of actually sitting down and watching a thing, my lady.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. None of my business to say where you might be going or who you might be going after. I'm sure the Savior plays her cards close to her chest.
Gee, was it the posters around town that tipped you off?
I could sell you out to the palace guard, you know, make a pretty profit. I guess you'll also have to depend on your luck to see that I don't just do that, Now, don't you feel like coughing up and buying a ticket to my tour? I'll even give you a special price, just for you.
If you want to betray me to the authorities, go ahead. But watch your back if you do.
Ooh, look out for the big bad Savior. A ticket for one. Time's on the ticket. Be in the industrial area by then or you'll miss your chance for the show. One of my helpers will be in front of the gate to the industrial area. Give them that ticket, and they'll take real good care of you. You know the area, right? Past Central Avenue and then across the sand in the lower city. We leave on the dot, so don't you dawdle or you'll have to wait for the next tour. Thank you for your business, my good lady.
Lofty. There's a monorail near the palace that the supply train runs on. Let me guess. The enterprising tourists sneak into the August Quarter along that track, right?
That's right. It's the back route we've been looking for. Of course, the crooks who run the tours will most likely have people watching the entrance. You should find that so-called tour guide right away and get the whole scoop.
I got fireworks of my own!
I see there's nothing going on here during the day.
Savior's got a job. Savior's got a job. Keep up if you can.
Oh, you must be the new recruit. I've heard good things about you, you know? People say you have potential. Now let's see if you live up to the rumors, shall we? So, how's the hunting? You can sell to me or Baird. It doesn't matter. You'll get the same price. All the seeds end up being bought by the... Actually, I'm not supposed to go into that.
Fate is what it is. Time to meet your maker. Okay, let's do this. I won't go easy on you. I won't go easy on you. You want to be saved.
got to be there at 6 p.m. Make sure you're not late, or they'll leave without you.
No time for hesitation. You're so eager to die. Fate is what it is. Embrace you. Time to mix it up. Savior's got a job. Let the darkness embrace you. Pray for the dead. Go to hell. You made it too easy for me.
About the music in the satchel, the one you recovered from the monster, I mean. The notation is unusual. It's like a code. There's no signature either, and no way of finding the owner.
You brought me some seeds, hmm? A deal's a deal.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security.
Looks like you've got yourself a ticket to the play. Even the best are willing to deal when we've got something they want, huh? Just make sure you don't deal your life away.
I'm here to check out places to eat.
Welcome. We have a popular selection. Please, come again. Nothing but the best food, the best drinks, and the best service.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security.
Tell me, are you the famous food expert?
Possibly. I do boast a certain renown in culinary circles. It cannot be denied. I see. CD's restaurant, you say? I do hate to see a good restaurant go undiscovered by the dining public.
So, will you help him out? I can take you right there.
Oh no. CD's restaurant? I'm afraid you will have to find someone else. I'm sorry.
I can't persuade you?
Impossible. This city is overflowing with restaurants crying out for the deft helping hand of Gordon Gourmet. I'm run ragged trying to keep up. And, well, you see, Right, my rule. I have an ironclad policy. I cannot help an establishment unless the owner approaches me directly.
You just made that up, didn't you? All right, can you do this for me? Just give me some advice now and I'll pass it along to the owner. You don't have to come to the restaurant at all.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, I'd hate to see a restaurant serving fried niblet hairballs go under. Except, if I give advice, I need to make sure that it is communicated accurately, with total precision. And that means my messenger has to understand the instructions perfectly.
Well, I guess that rules me out. I don't know the first thing about fine dining.
Oh, you don't have to be a top chef, or even a garde-manger. All you need is a discerning palate. Practically anyone can acquire one with a little training.
I'm not sure what you mean by a discerning palate, but I don't think I have one.
Trust me when I say it can be found. In fact, a tour of the best establishments of the Glutton's Quarters should do.
Welcome. When offering a complete dining experience to discerning patrons, superb food and excellent drinks are not enough. One must always anticipate the needs of your patrons. I am constantly assessing the dining. Our customers...
That was useful information, but you still have more to learn. You should visit more restaurants in the Glutton's Quarter.
I wonder if any places are using fresh...
Welcome. We have a pub. Our customers, we put a lot of...
Light, I'm glad you're enjoying all the food, but I hope all these rich meals don't slow you down.
What do you think? We sell... Step right up! Our meat is grilling and roasting, and we do that...
You're gonna be a real food connoisseur by the time this is over.
Every one of our fish is... We get our seafood. A chef is even more...
2 more places, Light, and you'll have managed to sample all the popular restaurants of the Glutton's Quarter.
Welcome! From the elegant simplicity, cocktails can be... Everyone has their own...
Almost there, Light. You have 1 more restaurant left to visit.
It's such an incredible...
Come enjoy that! Even kids who... vitamins and...
Well, you visited all the best restaurants. What do you say, Light? Do you feel like you've learned all there is to know?
Listening to scraps of advice from chefs won't make me an expert. Besides, most of what they told me was common sense, and they didn't tell me anything I hadn't heard before.
Maybe you should go back and talk to a real expert. Go to the Banquet of the Lord and see what Gordon Gourmet has to say.
Well, how goes the culinary tour?
I did what you suggested. I visited the top restaurants in the neighborhood.
That is excellent news. So now let me give you the advice I promised. If Seedy's restaurant wants to turn its business around... wait, let me ask you something first. You've eaten at Seedy's and at the best establishments in Yusnaan. Why don't you tell me what you think is the main difference between the two? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. In your own words, of course.
Why? Is this some kind of test?
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, what did all the successful restaurants have in common that poor old Seedy's lacks?
Let me see. Everyone I spoke to was helpful. They seemed honest and open. I don't think they were lying to me, but something seemed off.
Oh, would you care to elaborate?
Well, it almost felt like they were hiding something from the customers. But it wasn't as if they were deliberately lying or trying to deceive anyone. In fact, I don't think they realized it themselves. They thought they were telling me everything they knew. Yes, that's it. It was unconscious, like an instinct. They were hiding something, but they weren't doing it deliberately at all. I'd say the very best chefs, restaurant managers, and bartenders all share some kind of secret. It's like a special ingredient that makes their food stand out from the others.
What a wonderful deduction. You have hit the nail on the head. To think you discovered this answer only after visiting a few establishments. It is as you say. The best, most successful restaurants have a certain je ne sais quoi, a secret something that makes their offerings unique. And finding that something, that is what I do best. In other words, if the restaurant does not already have a special something, then I simply cannot help it.
Then what about Cedes? Do you think you can help him?
I can tell you this, the chef there already knows his secret. The talent is there to make that restaurant a success. Unfortunately for him, the secret spice that gives his dishes flair is extremely rare. He cannot secure supplies, and that is why he struggles. Let me be specific. Once upon a time, Cedes' recipes all featured the spice commonly known as civet musk. But then supplies dried up and the restaurant fell into a long decline.
You seem to know a lot about Cedes.
Well, a long time ago, let's just say we have a close history and leave it at that.
Fine by me. All I need to know is that if I can find this spice, the restaurant should start bringing in customers.
Yes, exactly. The problem is the spice is not easy to find. In fact, the only way to acquire it would be to defeat certain monsters. Such a shame. All for want of a single spice, his restaurant is failing. He has the recipe for success, he just needs the final ingredient.
So it turns out this civet musk is a precious commodity. Why don't you let Gordon Gourmet know you have some? He can tell you what to do next.
Nothing but the best food, the best
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an antique weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description.
Civet musk. Well, now that you mention it, I did use it in my dishes once upon a time. I knew the spice gave my dishes an extra kick, but...
There's a supply rail that runs through the area. That'll be your means to sneak in. Everyone who signed up for the tour to see the show is meeting up at 6 p.m. You have to be at the gate to the industrial area by then.
Report persons matching this description to the nearest security.
Welcome, everyone, to the banquet of the Lord. Our own little palace for all...
Ha! I'd recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found civet musk. Thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. Cedes is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of Cedes, for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to Cedes together with the civet musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen. Not ever again. However, that doesn't stop me from wishing him and Cedes the very best. Please tell him that whatever...
Lightning, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you remember what the owner of Cedes told us when we met?
You mean the story about his son that ran away from home when the restaurant started struggling? Great minds hope. We've both been thinking that maybe this son of his went on to become a famous food expert.
And that's why Gordon won't meet Cedes' owner. But he's still...
Gordon Gourmet created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this civet musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordon Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait. This handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordon Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost son.
He is? And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to Seedy's and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
And there it is, finished at last. Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway. Wow. This might be the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you. Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordon Gourmet.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to
This
the
is the
nearest
famous banquet of the Lord.
Oh, do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at Seedy's insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then... Oh, yes, a perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight, a theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? What do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. The cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of Seedy's restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordon Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what Seedy's restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back, so the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes.
Now let's get to it, shall we? Together.
We'll make Seedy's a success again!
went well. A microcosm of culinary delight, did he say? That sounds rather tasty to me. Was it as good as he said?
Want me to pick you up some takeout?
You know what I'd prefer over that? If sometime you made me one of your specialty dishes.
I haven't spent much time in kitchens, but if you want something off a campfire grill, maybe I could rustle something up. I was never as good a cook as Sarah, but I have been told that I grill a pretty mean behemoth steak.
Enjoy your visit